Captain America Comics. 45 thrilling pages of Captain America, plus other great features. As the hangman pulled the noose, Captain America struck. Nice work, Cap. Captain America Contents. Captain America and the Camera Fiend. A horrible fate claimed the government men whom the camera fiend focused in his deadly lens, until Captain America and Bucky entered the picture. Captain America meets the Fang. With the lives of his friends hanging in the balance, Captain America invaded the torture chambers of the Fang, arch-fiend of the Orient, whose hatchet men strike terror in every corner of the globe. Father Time. With every tick of the clock, new, horrible crimes are being committed by the denizens of the underworld. But the tolling seconds also bring with them America's newest and most daring crime fighter, Father Time. Captain America and the Hangman. It was a bloodthirsty, spine-tingling adventure that almost cost their lives. But when Captain America and Bucky tore off the Hangman's hideous mask, they were amazed at finding Headline Hunter. When Headline Hunter, foreign correspondent, dared to probe behind the walls of the mysterious English factory, he found a sight that was unbelievable in its horrible reality, and led him to another great news scoop. Hurricane. We dare you to follow Hurricane, Master of Speed, into the boarding house of death, where a murdering madman held the very souls of the occupants in mortal terror. Captain America battles the camera fiend and his darts of doom. Art and editorial by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. In the offices of the United States Maritime Commission, two men discuss the arrival of a boat. The Britannia arrives with the crown jewels on board, Johnson. I want you to phone Camp Lehigh for a man to guard them. I'll do that at once, sir. They're sending a man right away, sir. Good. I'll write out a request for a strong guard tomorrow. The crown jewels must be kept safe from greedy hands. But at that moment, elsewhere, a sinister criminal mind decodes a transatlantic cablegram. It says crown jewels arriving from England. Raid maritime office for exact information. Ha! The crown jewels. What a haul. I'll get the information with this little camera. Come on, men. Trailing behind their fearsome leader, the thugs vanish into the darkness of the waterfront. Soon after, at the maritime office, there is a knock on the door. That must be the messenger from Camp Lehigh. Let him in. Yes, sir. What? The next instant, the young officer is buried beneath an avalanche of inrushing hoodlums. What's the meaning of this? And who are you? I might be called the Camera Fiend. Let me take your picture. Why, With my camera, I silence all fools who stand in my way. Meanwhile, the messengers from Fort Lehigh arrive on the scene. I still think you should have stayed in camp, Bucky. It's late, and you've got school tomorrow. This is more fun. There's the maritime office, Steve. This is the place, all right. Let's go up, Bucky. Boy, a real military mission. Wait till I tell the Sentinels of Liberty. Suddenly, Jumpin' Jupiter! Steve, look out! Ow! Get into your costume, Bucky. Something fishy in the maritime office, eh? while within the maritime office. Here's the information. The steamship Britannia arrives tomorrow at Dock 5 with the crown jewels. The wealth of kings in my hands. Aren't you a little ahead of time? Sorry to disturb you, boys. I'm gonna tackle this lug with the camera. You little brat. I'll soon fix you. Take a letter. And now for a good action shot of you, Captain America. With lightning speed, Captain America rolls over, whipping his shield around just as the Fiend's camera clicks. While centering his attention on the camera Fiend, Captain America is caught off guard by a burly mobster. Lights out for you, Fancy Pants. Good work, Slug. A moment later. Can't stop to finish him off. The cops are here. Let's scram. After the camera Fiend and his men have gone, the two unconscious figures slowly recover. A fine pair we are, letting them get away with valuable information. We must be slipping. Ow. My head. The police are breaking in. Let them take over. Across this roof, Cap. Come on. Later. What's this sticking in my shield? Why, it's a needle. A poison needle. So that's what that devil shoots out of his camera. The rat. He'll be after the crown jewels tomorrow. Camp Lehigh will furnish a special guard when they hear about this tonight. The next morning at school, Bucky speaks to Professor Lucius Hall. May we take pictures along the dock this afternoon? I think all the fellows would like it. We sure would. Please let us, Professor. All right, boys. We'll go. Bring your cameras and we'll snap the Statue of Liberty. As Sentinels of Liberty, that would be very patriotic. That afternoon on the docks, Bucky finds Steve Rogers on guard duty. Psst! Steve! I'll be with the Sentinels of Liberty in case anything breaks. You can count on us. Okay, Bucky. I'm sure the Army appreciates your reinforcements. He was kinda sarcastic. Thinks we're ordinary kids. We're Sentinels of Liberty. Keep your eyes open, fellas. A short time elapses before a small, gray steamer sails into the harbor, ending a perilous voyage through submarine-infested waters. Inspiring sight. The Statue of Liberty. A what, Sir Drake? Yes, Captain. My mission is over. I'll certainly be glad to see the crown jewels in safe hands. But other eyes watch the ship with a greedy glint. The eyes of the camera Fiend. The steamship Britannia is sailing into the harbor, and on it are the crown jewels, now to outwit those fool army guards. As the ship docks, the boys who have joined Professor Hall watch a distinguished figure descend the gangplank. Why, that's Sir Matlin Drake, the English diplomat. Boy, what luck! A real diplomat. Let's snap him, fellers. Suddenly, Sir Matlin Drake clutches his throat and pitches forward. Holy mackerel! He's dead. But what killed him? This is some more of the camera Fiend's work. Come on, Bucky. Okay, Steve. Work fast, chum. We can't let him get away this time. We'll nail him. Meanwhile, with attention being centered on the dock, the camera Fiend and his mob swarm over the ship from the other side. The surprised crew turn to face a deadly hail of machine gun slugs. What? Ow! Now to get the crown jewels from the hold. Leading his vicious killers, the camera Fiend rushes below decks. The sailors guarding the priceless jewels are shot in cold blood by the snarling invaders. The gangsters blow open the safe as the fiend's greedy fingers seize the royal jewel box. Ah, what beauty! What magnificence! What priceless wealth! All mine! Think again, fiend! Yahoo! Like human torpedoes, Cap and Bucky launch themselves into the gang. I always heard about rats aboard a ship. And we're from the exterminating company. Perfect timing, pal. I hope he can't swim. A poisoned dart will take the fight out of you, Captain America. A kick in the pants will fix you. Hey! Where do you think you're going? Let go of my cape, you little brat! Tearing loose from Bucky's grasp, the camera fiend rushes to the upper deck and races away. The camera fiend is getting away again! Darn it! I can't see him anywhere now. I didn't know a scared rat could run that fast. So our gruesome friend made another getaway, eh? Oh, it's you, Cap. Are you alright? Where's the rest of the fiend's mob? They're sleeping peacefully below decks, until the soldiers wake them. Thank heavens we were in time to save the crown jewels. Let's get back to the crowd, pal, before they begin to miss us. Right. I'll bet old Professor Hall had a good fright from all this excitement. He'll blame me for bringing the class. Shortly after leaving the ship unnoticed, Captain America and Bucky emerge from their hiding place on the dock as Private Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes. Okay, Bucky. I'll see you later. You bet, Steve. Bucky rejoins his class. Bucky! Where have you been? I feared you were lost. Gosh, sir, I was watching a man catching a fish. Ha 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 ha! What a dope. With all this excitement, he's watching a guy hauling fish. And we scooped him on pictures, too. I'm not asleep all the time. I can get pictures of Captain America any time I want to. Gee. Oh, yeah? I don't believe you. Alright, smart Alec. I'll take some shots of him tonight and give him out to you guys tomorrow. For free. Boys! No quarreling. Please. Don't forget. You're little gentlemen. Meanwhile, the crown jewels are taken to Camp Lehigh, protected by an armed escort. That night, in his lair, the camera fiend vows vengeance upon his enemy, Captain America. This is the last time Captain America will foil me. Bucky's going to take his picture. Heh with my camera. Later, at Camp Lehigh, a secretive hand reaches within Steve Rogers and Bucky's tent. Just after the substitution is made, Steve and Bucky enter. Guess I'll roll in. The crown jewels are safe now. Under guard. Aw, come on, Steve. Be a sport. Let me take just one picture of you. Or else the fellas in school will rib me no end. I'll do anything to go to bed. Okay. Shoot away. Ah, gee. You're swell, Cap. Boy. Wait till the gang sees this shot. The camera feels kind of funny. I must be dreaming things, 'cause I loaded it myself just before. Okay, Cap. Get set. I'm ready. Bucky aims the camera at Captain America, who, with the speed of light, swings up his shield just as the camera clicks. What's the idea of throwing your shield up, Cap? You acted like I was shooting a gun at you, not a camera. You were, Bucky. The minute you said your camera felt funny, I was on my guard. else this poison needle may have finished me off. Gosh! This is the Fiend's camera! A duplicate of my own! I might have killed you, Cap. Jumpin' catfish! But I've a hunch he'll be back tonight, Bucky. So I'll lie down and play dead. When he comes, I'll nab him. So he wants to trap me, eh? I failed to get Captain America this time. But I have another plan. I'll slip them a note. Heh. An hour later. Say, I'm getting tired of this. I guess the Fiend is wise to us. Look! A note! Slipped under the tent flap. I'll say he's wise to us. Read this note. Let me see. I hope you enjoyed your rest, Captain. Why don't you go back to school? You have a lot to learn before you can best me. The Camera Fiend. Perhaps our friend, the Fiend, has something there, Bucky. Not a bad idea. Bucky, I'm going to school with you. I don't know what you are up to, Cap. In fact, it sounds loco. But boy, what a kick the fellas will get when they see you. In person. The next morning, Bucky proudly brings Captain America into his classroom. Last night I promised you fellas a snapshot of Captain America. But how will this do? Bringing him. Wow. It's Captain America. Hooray! I'm glad to meet all you fine boys and girls. We're Sentinels of Liberty, Captain America, and we've all been waiting for a chance to shake your hand. Me too. You mean the both of you. Seating himself at a vacant desk, Captain America astounds the teacher in class by saying, Professor Hall, would you mind if I attended your class today? Attend class? Why, no. I'd be delighted to have you. Class begins, but there are constant interruptions as the excited young students take snapshots of their favorite hero. Boy, oh boy, what a picture this will make. I should be angry with the boys for taking pictures during a lesson, but with such an honored guest as you in our midst, I am tempted to snap your picture myself. Do you mind? Not at all, sir. I'm sure this will be a fine shot. A fine shot. Just as I thought. To the utter amazement of the class, Captain America leaps at Professor Hall. So you're the Camera Fiend, Professor Hall. By day, a respectable school teacher. By night, a marauding killer. What? How dare you say such things about me? Ow! My wrist! You're twisting it! Ow! I caught you in the act. Are you going to confess? Ow! I'll talk. But how did you suspect it was me? A startling change comes over the meek little professor as he listens to Captain America. I'll tell you, Mr. Jekyll and Hyde. It was that note. You wanted me here today, to kill me with a poison needle. Suddenly, the exposed killer breaks free. Out of my way, brats! Come on, Bucky. He wants to play tag. Count me in, Cap. The chase leads to the basement below. No time to be formal. But Captain America is ambushed. Good thing I had you mugs planted here as janitors. Beat him up! Uh-oh. Staggered by the weight of numbers, Captain America goes down fighting fiercely to dislodge his adversaries. They floored Cap! Now's the time for all good sentinels to come to the aid of their country. Blowing his battle whistle, Bucky signals the Sentinels of Liberty to rally to the fray. That's Bucky's battle whistle. Come on, boys. The fight's on. Leading his band of brave Sentinels of Liberty, Bucky charges into the fight. Let's get those gorillas! Yahoo! Yahoo! Up and at 'em! We'll murder the bums! One of the thugs attacking Captain America gets the first indication of the arrival of the Sentinels of Liberty. Who's throwing those board erasers? The Sentinels of Liberty. Take that, rat! Ow! Think you're tough, eh? Hey! What is this? The revolution? Here comes another gorilla, boys. 1642-12 Hep. Yahoo! Hey! What? Oh! Nice work, fellas. Get me a lawyer! Having been freed by the Sentinels, Captain America tears into the camera fiend, alias Professor Hall. Captain America's next blow hits with the force of a battering ram. Well, that ends the bloody career of the camera fiend, and closes the case of the crown jewels. That was a beautiful sock, Cap. Thanks, fellas. You helped me out of a tight spot. It was nothing, Cap. For you, we'd do it again. And let me thank you too for helping, Sentinels of Liberty, all through our great and glorious land. All boys and girls are Sentinels of Liberty, whether they wear the badge or not. America is safe while its boys and girls believe in its creeds. Captain America. Meet the Fang, Archfiend of the Orient. Planted deep in the shadowy heart of San Francisco's Chinatown, the cruel hatchet men of the evil Fang swarmed from their secret den to carry out their bloody orders. And those who were foolhardy enough to resist were subjected to a fate that chilled the blood of law-abiding people. But Captain America and Bucky dared to defy the monster known as the Fang. Deep in the crowded center of San Francisco's Chinatown, an agent from an Asiatic aggressor nation waits for an important interview. I trust your illustrious master will see me now. The great Fang will see you when he is ready. The dragons hiss. The master will see you now, Baron Nushima. Chu Yin, Baron Nushima and I are not to be disturbed. Any interruption will be rewarded with painful death. The deal we discussed earlier this week has been found agreeable to Fang. The services of my secret organization are at your disposal. Good. We have no time to lose. The Chinese emissaries, Chan and Liang, arrive at Camp Lehigh tomorrow before traveling on to Washington to plead for a money loan to China. They must not get the loan. My hatchet men shall give those venerable gentlemen a warm reception. Just one more thing, powerful one. The Chinese officials will be guarded by a soldier. One Steve Rogers. He may be on the alert and make himself annoying. Ha 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 ha! Steve Rogers? A soldier with such a simple name must be a simple fellow. I will crush him as one would a common fly. At Camp Lehigh, Sergeant Duffy informs Steve Rogers of his new assignment. You're detailed to guard the Chinese officials. If anything happens to them, you better desert. I heard about their being threatened. We'll watch them every minute. We'll be like mothers to 'em, Sarge. That night, Steve and Bucky stand guard to protect their oriental charges. Bucky and I will be in the next room all night. Nobody can get in here without passing us. The evil Fang is as clever as the devil himself. His hatchet men will spare none of us once they have gained entrance. Be on your guard, trustworthy one. Good night. The hours tick slowly by as Steve and Bucky keep a watchful vigil. Do you think this lug Fang will show up, Steve? Maybe. Unnoticed by the two crime fighters, a thin curl of swirling vapor seeps into the room from under the door. The sinister gas takes immediate effect. Gosh, I feel sort of tired, sleepy. I, Bucky, Bucky, cover your nose. We're being drugged. I, Steve? Steve! It's the Fang and his hatchet men! With Steve drugged and helpless, Bucky tackles the Oriental killers by himself. The Chinese officials are awakened by the scuffle and rush into the room to Bucky's aid. Help the boy, Liang! At once, Honorable Chan. Quick! Cut down the one called Liang. Aye! While, like a true soldier, Bucky goes down fighting, even as he's overpowered by weight of numbers. Stay your hatchet, Wong. I want the old man Chan, for other purposes. I go to your torture chamber unafraid, but have mercy on the boy. Let him go. Nonsense, good Chan. You and the boy shall provide the Fang with rare sport. You shall both die screaming in agony at the hands of my artful torturers. When Steve Rogers revives an hour later, he finds the room crowded with FBI operatives and Army officials to whom he relates what happened. I'm afraid we'll have to hold you till further investigation is made, Rogers. Poor fellow. Take this, Steve. They can't hold me, Betty. Bucky and Chan are in the Fang's hands. They need help. I've got to find them. Don't worry, Steve. I'm getting on the case right now. Liang did not die instantly when the Fang's hatchet men cut him down. But his life was ebbing fast. He overheard the Fang order Bucky and Chan taken to a hideout in Lotus Street, in the Chinese section of the city. When the Fang had gone, Liang managed to phone us. He gave us this clue before he died. Lotus Street. Hey. Steve is later imprisoned in the guardhouse, where a startling change is made when he is left alone in his cell. Hang on, kid. Captain America is coming. Sorry, soldier, but I've got to get out. I'll be back soon to get you out of this, pal. Only the speed of light could match the fleetness of Captain America's form as he disappears among the city's winding streets. Meanwhile, in the Fang's hideout, the band grows tighter, does it not, Chan? Pain stabs through your head like 1,000 knives. Your head seems about to burst into small fragments. Scream, Chan! Scream! The pain is frightful. How can you endure it? Let me hear you scream! Suddenly, the blinking light of a nearby crystal attracts the Fang's attention. By the 7 dragons! Who dares interrupt the Fang's amusement? Let me go! You brainless bunch of muscles! This girl, Secret Service spy, Master. We find her stealing through window. That is good. The Fang must show his high regard for one of the American Secret Service. The more elaborate torture shall be reserved for her instead. Chan and the boy Bucky shall die at once. Quickly. And painfully. You murdering dog! You won't get away with this! Fang fears no one. However, Bucky! In the boy's case, I will be merciful. He shall die first. His head shall be chopped off instead of sawed off slowly, as Chan shall be. You may strike now, Wong. So long, Cap. I did my best. Long live liberty. But the executioner's sword never descends. What? Hang on, kid. I'm coming. We're going to town, Bucky. Here come some China boys. And they're not waving laundry tickets. Cap, am I glad to see you. Get those two! Peel off your duds and pitch in. Okay. Nail 'em, Cap. Boy, that's what I call holding that line. Wow. Give me that sword. Boys who throw hatchets get in trouble. So I'll have to keep you out of mischief. Meanwhile, the shadow of death hovers over Captain America. A lightning-swift movement of his shield saves Cap from being beheaded. Here, try some of my brand. And now, Mr. Fang, I'm ready for you. Terrified by Captain America's fighting prowess, the Fang leaves his prisoners and beats a hasty retreat. You can't get away, Fang. You're going to get what's coming to you. You'll never get me. Gotcha! Ah! This delightful music hurts one's eardrums. A few minutes later. I'm through with the Fang now. You can hand him over to the FBI. I may also add that you're a very brave girl. Thank you. But before Betty Ross can finish her sentence, Captain America and Bucky dash out of the doorway into the night. Back to camp, Cap? You mean back to the guardhouse? I'm supposed to be locked up in there. Father Time. From the famous character created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, as narrated to Stan Lee. Drawn by Al Avison and Al Gabriele. The Grim Reaper deals with crime. With every tick of the clock, crime and evil are being perpetrated over the earth. Each precious second sees a new terror unleashed upon mankind. But as well as sinister creatures of the night, the tolling of the clocks also brings forth a mighty fighter of crime, an unknown defender of the weak and the righteous. John Scott, having been found guilty of murder in the first degree, it is the sentence of this court that you be hung by the neck until dead, on the night of June 15th, at midnight. I'm innocent, I tell you! Take him away! But there is one who believes John Scott's innocence. 2 weeks later, Chips Brandt, the notorious gambler, has a visitor. At last I've caught up with you, Chips. And now you're going to court to tell how you had my father framed. Why, you're crazy, kid. I never heard of a John Scott. You can tell that to the judge, Chips. I've got the proof right here in my pocket that you really killed Lou Sims. And you're coming with me to give it to the court. That's what you think. Nice work, Spike. The young fool had me worried for a minute. 2 hours later. He had the proof all right. I was a fool to ever sign those papers. It was a good thing you slugged him, Spike. Ah, it ain't nothing, boss. Meanwhile, as the seconds tick by, it is soon the hour for John Scott to pay the extreme penalty. Death. But I tell you I'm innocent. Oh, if only I had more time to prove it. Yes, my son. I know. But come, let us pray. Back in Chip's room, Larry recovers consciousness. Good heavens, it's 10 minutes to 12. Father will be hung in 10 minutes. Let me loose. I'll kill you for this. I've got to save him. Let me loose. Take it easy, kid. It'll all be over soon. But unseen by his captors, Larry feverishly tries to break his bonds. Hey! What are you doing behind that chair? Breaking his bonds, Larry Scott attacks Chips. Now I'll take those papers. What the? He's cut his ropes. Ugh! Out of my way, you rat! If Larry were only here, he could prove I'm innocent. Have faith, my son. Have faith. I've gotta make it. Another minute. Warden, call off the hanging. Quick! Here's proof of my father's innocence. What? But I think we're too late. Now! Wait! Too late. Oh. Back in the warden's office. If only I had had these papers a few minutes before, son. This terrible tragedy would have been averted. Time. Always time. Why should time be on the side of evil? Why should murderers profit by time? Easy, son. Easy. Where are you going? To make some changes in time. Always, time is on the side of evil. It helps crooks to make getaways. It helps the police to forget about them. But no more. I'm going to make all evildoers fear time. I'll let them know that it can be on the side of good as well as evil. So, in the dead of night, an oath is taken, and a new fighter of crime is born. And now the world will learn to fear and respect Father Time. But first, I'll attend to Chips Brandt. Speeding through the night on a mission of vengeance and an errand of justice is the awe-inspiring figure of Father Time. I hope I arrive there before the police. Here is Chip Brandt's apartment. In Chip's apartment. Well, boss, I guess that John Scott was hung by now. That means we're in the clear. But we'll have to skip town in the morning. That punk might make trouble for us. You're quite correct, Chips Brandt. Who said that? What the? I said that. This was to have been the second instance where time would have been in your favor. You figured that you would leave town while the police were taking time to check over the papers, proving your guilt before arresting you. Who are you? Me? You may call me Time. Father Time. I don't know what your game is, but you know too much to live. Yeah. Father Time goes into action. Fools. Maybe a dose of lead will stop you, you refugee from a sheet factory. Father Time ducks the hail of bullets, and wings his scythe. And now you two can wait here for the police. This will be the one instance when time didn't help criminals to thwart the law. Before I go, here's something to remember me by. Father is avenged, and my work is done for the present. But the task of ridding the world of evil can never be finished, so I must always be on the alert for new adventure. And so, Father Time fades into the night on his eternal quest for justice. The strange case of who killed Dr. Vardoff. I've nothing to hide, folks, but one of these suspects has, because he or she is the killer. One of them is the hangman, and I'll track him down. My name is my own business. Just call me the man with the monocle. It's true that I want Vardoff's formula, but I didn't hang him. Sure, I saw Vardoff before he was bumped off. The boss sent me to shake him down for some dough. But you can't pin the rap on me. Let him try and guess who I am, because anyone who finds out will find himself dangling at the end of this rope before he can squeal. That goes for Captain America and Bucky, too. Who? Me? No. No. I am Ludwig, his assistant. Dr. Vardoff was my best friend. I did it. I don't know who the hangman is. My back was turned when he killed me. You see, I'm Dr. Vardoff, the dead man. The only thing I know about this case is that I'm gonna help Cap solve it. Captain America and the Hangman. In a scientific laboratory at the edge of a small, quiet town. I've got it! After years of research, I've got it! Is it worth money, Dr. Vardoff? Worth money? Just try to break out of this thin strand. Ugh! You can't get loose, Ludwig. A single strand of super silk is strong as steel. I'll make millions. After releasing Ludwig, Vardoff receives a phone call. I know. You men have invested $100,000 in my research. I promise you returns, and you'll get them when I sell my super silk formula. The fools. Hounding me every day. Why won't they let me alone with my work? Why must everyone plague me so? A little while later, another visit is paid to Dr. Vardoff. My name is Dino Cardi. I represent certain, business interests who'd like to know the price of your formula. How did you know about this? We make it our business to know many things. We can make it worth your while if you play ball with us, or make you plenty sorry if you refuse. Intimidation, eh? Show the man out, Ludwig. You go, yeah? You'll be sorry. I warn you. Minutes pass. Another knock is heard at the door. Will they never let me alone? See who that is, Ludwig. Yeah, I go see. Thanks, Dutchy. Quite a place you have here. Who are you? And what do you want? You're Dr. Vardoff, ain't ya? The boss sent me. You need protection. For 50% of the profits on Super Silk. Catch? Get out! I'll have no dealings with criminals. Okay. Have it your way, Doc. But if something happens, don't blame me. Ta-ta. Dr. Vardoff's next caller is a uniformed army major. I'm Major Crane from Camp Lehigh. The Army is interested in your Super Silk in connection with improving our parachutes. Send a man back tonight. I'll have a parachute ready for you to test. Meanwhile, outside Vardoff's laboratory, Steve Rogers and his pal Bucky wait for the Major in the staff car. If Vardoff's Super Silk is good, it'll make millions. Look, Steve! There's a man watching the house. He looks like a foreign agent to me. It's just your imagination, Bucky. That guy looks like a gangster, Steve. I smell trouble brewing. You read too many comics, Bucky. And that lug is up to no good either. That's Ludwig, Dr. Vardoff's assistant. At that moment, Major Crane emerges from Vardoff's house. Back to camp, Rogers. You'll return here tonight for a package. Yes, sir. That night, Steve and Bucky drive to Vardoff's home to pick up the package. I hope nothing's happened at Dr. Vardoff's laboratory. Stop it, Bucky. You sound silly. While within the laboratory, silence him. Ugh! Gonna string him up, Hangman? Ah, a string of super silk. It will make a splendid noose. Yes, we'll string him up. Dead men tell no tales. Their gruesome deed done, the hangman and his confederates rifle the safe. The formula for super silk. Now dump all the chemicals on the floor. This'll cover up our work. Boy, look at that stuff burn. Meanwhile, Steve Rogers and Bucky reach the flaming laboratory, changing into their action suits as they see the fire. Come on, kid. I'm afraid that murder's been done. Right. I'm ahead of you, Cap. Say, look. Wow, this place went up like a paint factory. Ha ha! With no one the wiser of the hangman's visit, this will look like an accidental fire. Now for a quick getaway. What's your hurry, boys? Going to a fire? Ow! Eat lead, you star-spangled chump! Sorry, Rat. It's not on my diet. But try some of this on your menu. We'll show you arsonists a hot time. The hangman's eyes blaze in fury as he produces a thin strand of super silk. This'll stop these wildcats. What? Fire engines! Cops! There's no time to finish these two. Let's get out of here. A moment later, Cap and Bucky revive to find the hangman and his mob gone, and a fiery blaze lighting the surrounding neighborhood. You okay, Cap? Come on, Bucky. No time to waste. Climbing an adjoining building, Captain America and Bucky lead across to the flaming inferno that is Varnoff's house. No one's alive in there. Can't save much. In the blazing building, Cap and Bucky discover their rescue attempt is in vain. Bucky, look! We're too late. He's dead. He's burned to a crisp. Come on, let's get out of here. Cap! I can't make it. Smoke. Lungs. Can't breathe. Hang on, Bucky. We'll get out. Revived by the fresh air, Steve and Bucky hop across another roof and climb to the ground. There are the arsonists! Lynch 'em! Say, what is this? Don't let them get away! You made a mistake, I tell you! Shut up! String 'em up! Helpless against the mob, Captain America and Bucky are dragged toward a tall oak tree. Won't you listen? I'm Captain America! And I'm the King of Sayum. Ha ha! Rub the soot off of our uniforms and you'll see. But the yelling mob is deaf to reason. And up they go! The dogs! Desperation adding to his strength, Captain America breaks his bonds. Swinging toward the gasping Bucky, Captain America locks his feet about the boy's body and swings into an upper tree limb. Captain America frees Bucky and leaps to a nearby tree, followed by his pal. I'm right behind you, Kazar. Swinging from tree to tree, Cap and Bucky effect a lightning escape from the gaping, dumbfounded mob. After a quick change, they head back to Camp Lehigh. Gosh, it certainly feels uncomfortable when you're hanging. Yes, it was a narrow squeeze, kid. I'll make it just as uncomfortable for our friend, the hangman, when I find out who he is. The next day, the pair face Major Crane. This is simply outrageous. That super silk formula is valuable to the army, and I'm afraid foreign agents may get hold of it. Did you see anything, Rogers? The bulletin. Raiders kill scientists and burn laboratory. Super Silk formula stolen. Yes, sir. I think the one responsible for Dr. Vardov's death is a criminal who calls himself the Hangman. With your permission, sir, I'd like to make some further investigations. I admire your spirit, Rogers, but you have other duties in camp. Besides, I don't see what you can do that the police can't. Better forget about it. Yes, sir. As Steve and Bucky leave the Major's office. We could slip away from camp tonight, Steve. No, we can't, kid. But Captain America and Bucky can make it. That night, two figures searched the charred ruins of Dr. Vardov's laboratory. The hangman strung Vardov up above. His body fell here. Any clues, Cap? Suddenly, Captain America whirls. Come out of there, you! The mysterious intruder lashes out with his foot, sending Captain America sprawling. Captain America's eyes glare icily at his opponent as he advances with his clenched fist. The impact of a terrific blow echoes through the empty ruins as a man's body comes crashing through the burned-out wall. Say, Cap, you know who this guy is? It's Ludwig, Vardov's assistant. So it was you who killed him and burned down the house. You wanted the silk formula for yourself. Confess. No, I'm innocent. I came here tonight like you, for clues. Dr. Vardov was my friend. I think I know who did it. It was the man with the monocle. His name is... Ah! Holy mackerel! He's been strangled! The noose came from behind this wall. A girl! Hold on, sister. Hey! Ow! Let me go, or I'll scratch your eyes out. Easy, you little gun mole. Why did you just strangle Ludwig? You're daffy. The boss sent me to find a clue to the mugs who hijacked the formula. He wants a cut out of it. That's all I know. Now let go of me. Protection racket, eh? Is your boss the Hangman? Cap! Look out! Alright, lacy pants. Take that. Mobsters. Try some of this. Ow! Wow. Everybody's here tonight. Get him, Butch! Captain America and Bucky press the mobsters toward an opening in the floor, and they plunge through the fire-weakened timbers to the floor below. See you downstairs, boys. Help! Now we'll wring the truth out of the girl. Cap! The girl. And Ludwig. This is some more of the Hangman's work. I'm afraid we're too late. He's gone. Super Silk. Whoever has the formula is using it to silence all possible witnesses. We know it wasn't Ludwig or the gun mole and her gang. So who's left? The man with the monocle. A foreign agent who, having stolen the formula, may be covering up his theft by silencing all witnesses who may have connected him with it. Say, that's easy to deduce. Where to now, Cap? Yeah, too easy. Come on, kid. We're going to the city morgue. Later, in the morgue. Why did you have to come to this place, Cap? I want to look at Dr. Vardov's body, Bucky. Here it is. Ye gods! He's almost burned to a cinder. Aha! What is it, Cap? What have you found? A glass eye. So what? Dr. Vardov didn't have a glass eye. Therefore, Captain, you have become too dangerous to live. Cap! It's the hangman! He's got us! Struggling is useless. Super Silk is unbreakable. Soon you two shall occupy slabs along with the rest of the dead in here. Captain America and Bucky are thrown into a waiting car and driven to a deserted house at the edge of town. I believe you've guessed my secret, Captain America. That's why you and the boy must die. Bucky knows nothing. Let him go. The boy shall die with you. Aimed at your back is a little invention of mine. It will eject a stream of powerful acid, which will dissolve your body in a matter of minutes. But unknown to the hangman, the little drops of acid dripping from the spray gun's nozzle are falling directly on the strands of super silk that bind Captain America's hands. His bonds weakened by the acid, Captain America tears free and launches a furious attack on his startled captors. Go get him, Cap! Yahoo! He's loose! Use your guns, you fools! He can lick the lot of you with his fists. There! You're free, Bucky. Wow! Am I gonna wail into those babies? Yahoo! Ofa! His men breaking under Captain America and Bucky's smashing attack. The enraged hangman desperately hurls a beaker of acid at Captain America. This acid will stop you, Captain America! Why, you... rat! Just as I suspected. So you are the hangman. Who is it, Cap? I've never seen him before. I'll tell you, Bucky. Meet Dr. Nikolai Vardoff, alias the Hangman. Dr. Vardoff? But I thought he was... No, I wasn't dead. It was another man's body that was hanging in my burning laboratory. It was the man with the monocle whose body we found, wasn't it? Yes, he was a businessman who wanted to buy the formula. He wore a monocle to hide his glass eye. And when he came back to your laboratory that night to offer you more money, you strangled him and changed clothes with the body, and hung it with a string of super silk. That's not true. I had gone out to hire some bodyguards to protect me from racketeers who threatened me. I returned with the bodyguards that night to find the monocled fellow dressed in my smock and rifling my safe for the formula. I went mad. I hung him and burned the laboratory. I killed Ludwig because he suspected the truth, just as I would have killed you and the boy. The gun mole I disposed of out of pure revenge. I wanted to be left alone with my work. If I were thought dead, I wouldn't be annoyed by spies, racketeers, and ruthless businessmen. So I killed to obtain that privacy. That's the entire story. Please see that the Super Silk formula is delivered to the United States government. It's a last gesture from Dr. Vardoff, before he pays for the hangman's crimes. I don't understand. Vardoff suddenly turns the acid spray gun on himself. You do now. Ah! Look out, Bucky! Oh, Cap! It's horrible. That acid. It's eating away. Dissolving his body. I can't look. The formula is safe. And he's paid for his crimes. Let's keep his identity a secret. Headline Hunter. Foreign correspondent. Battles the engine of destruction. Story by Stan Lee. When Headline Hunter, ace foreign correspondent, dared to probe the secret behind the mysterious, sinister factory, he found the most horrible spy plot of all time. Our story opens on the outskirts of the city of London, where we find Headline Hunter searching for a story. If I don't dig up a scoop somewhere, There's going to be one less foreign correspondent in London. I wonder what that building is. Yes, sir. This factory is run by Lord Watanbe. He's turning out some sort of secret weapon. Nobody knows anything about it. Not even the Prime Minister. We allow nobody in or out of the factory. I see. Thanks, bud. Lord Watanbe is the guy who used to belong to the fascist organization. And once a fascist, always a fascist. I think I'll do a little investigating. Later, in town. So you say that nobody knows what's happening in the factory? That's right. Every night we hear loud noises and rumbling sounds, but we're not allowed to ask any questions. Even the police must keep away. Do you mean that even the police don't know what's happening? Just so, Governor. Lord Watanbe said that his work must be kept secret from everybody. That night, the ace news hunter again visits the factory. Now we will see what we will see. But how to get inside? This tree might do the trick. Now if I can get the leverage. Using a tall tree as a spring, Headline Hunter catapults himself over the fence. Wow! What a trip! Now to get inside. Lucky there's so much noise in that place or they'd have heard that crash. Headline Hunter looks in the next room and sees... What the... An astonishing sight. Holy smoke! This is a secret Nazi stronghold! What a monster that tank was! I've got to stop it! It's too speedy. I'll never be able to warn the people in time. A plane! My only hope. Meanwhile, the monstrous tank enters London upon its mission of death and destruction. It must be stopped! It'll destroy the city! But the hastily erected barricades cannot stop the terrible engine of destruction. While high above the tank, a plane looms into view, piloted by Headline Hunter. The bombs! They don't seem to harm the tank. There's only one thing left to do. Inside the tank, we find Watanbe and the Nazis. Der fool! His puny bombs cannot harm der tank. Oh, now Watanbe will destroy all of London. Quiet, fools! Years ago I was thrown out of Parliament. They called me a fascist. Well, now I shall have my revenge. This plane is loaded with explosives. I've got to crash it into the tank. It's our only hope. At the controls of the plane, the daring reporter attempts a dangerous stunt. All that remains of Watanbe's fiendish creation is a pile of still smoldering ashes. And that takes care of that. A day later, we find Headline Hunter in bed with a medal and a cold. Yes, I appreciate the medal I got. Achoo! But after diving into that river and catching this cold, achoo! I'd rather have received a bottle of aspirins. Never want to see a newspaper again. Achoo! What? You say you've got a new story for me? Hot dog! I'm on my way. Hurricane, Master of Speed. Who would dream that inside the innocent-looking boarding house was a manacled murderer who held the lives of the occupants in the palm of his hand and their souls in mortal terror? When Hurricane unraveled the ghastly riddle of the boarding house murders, he met one of the most horrible adventures of his life. Our scene opens in New York, where we find Hurricane, Master of Speed, looking for a rooming house. It appears that I'll have to seek lodging for this evening. Help! Help! Oh, a young maid in distress. A mad dog. Moving too fast for the eye to follow, Hurricane grabs the dog by the throat and... gosh! Pressing a nerve in the dog's neck, the Speedmaster renders it unconscious. Oh, mister, you saved my life. You must be awfully strong. Oh, it was nothing. I say, perhaps you can direct me to a suitable place of repose for this evening. Gosh, if you mean a rooming house, there's one on the corner. But I wouldn't go there if I were you. Why? I'll tell you, mister. That house has a mystery to it. 2 people have been murdered there, and the police haven't caught the murderer yet. Well, that sounds rather interesting. Thank you, little lady. And stay away from vicious canines in the future. Later. Yes, sir? I wonder if I might find lodging here for the evening. Hurricane is ushered into the house. Yes, sir. Come in, sir. I'm Miss Hagor, the landlady. Thank you. My name is, Kane. Harry Kane. These are my boarders. The old gentleman is Mr. Crowley, the millionaire. The young man is Valez, the gambler. The young lady is Miss Sleed, an actress. And the lame man is Mr. Sander, the mining engineer. I'm delighted to make your acquaintance. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll retire to my quarters. If 2 people have already been murdered here, then I dare say that it would be a safe speculation to make that there will be another soon. Any of the boarders may be the murderer, even Miss Hagor. Help! So soon? It's Mr. Crowley, and there's a note pinned to him. If you don't leave this house, you will be next. This is the first and last warning. The Menace. Now don't become excited, folks. There's been a murder. This is getting better than the book I'm reading. Heh. Oh, how terrible. Here, let me assist you. Oh, thank you. I'm so frightened. Each night I feel that I will be next. Judging from the note on Mr. Crowley's body, I would imagine that I'm to be the next victim. Oh, Mr. Kane, what can be done to stop these murders? I and all the other boarders are going to leave as soon as our leases are up. I don't know, Miss Sleed. I'm going to my room now. If you need any help, just yell. Thank you so much, Mr. Kane. Perhaps Harry Kane knows very little about such things. But I'm sure that Hurricane is considerably informed. Suddenly, there is a knock on the door. Open up! This is the police. I'd rather not be found here like this. Hurricane whirls around so fast, he becomes almost invisible. The room's empty. There's nobody here. Come on. Let's go. This'll be another one of those unsolved murderers. After the police leave, the coast is clear now. And now for some inquiries. In Miss Hagor's room. It seems to me, Miss Hagor, that someone is trying to make all your boarders leave the house and force you to go bankrupt. Is there anything valuable about the house that somebody might want? Yes. It is believed that my father hid $50,000 in bonds somewhere in the house, but I never found them. Who else knew about this besides you? No one except my brother, but I haven't seen him for years. He was a big man, with red hair and a long mustache. Thank you, Miss Hagor. After tonight, I don't think there will be any more murders. That night, Hurricane is in his room, waiting. I'm sure that the murderer will make an attempt to attend to me tonight. Well, I'll be ready for him. That night. What the? The murderer slips out through a trap door in the wall. But the trap door cannot close quickly enough to keep out the Master of Speed. Strange. The corridor appears empty. Suddenly. Now you die! Your statement was a bit premature, don't you think? Alley-oop! In a flash, Hurricane ties up the menace. Look, Mike! A body! Please accept as a gift from me the murderer you have been looking for. He is Miss Hagor's brother, with his hair dyed and his mustache shaved off. Regards, Hurricane. Sanders is the menace. You fools! I fooled you all with my fake foot. Ha ha! If not for Hurricane, you never would have caught me. Later. Are you looking for a boarding house, mister? I know where there's one. No thanks, son. I think I'll sleep this night out on a park bench. Don't miss the next thrilling Hurricane story.